In a world where celebrity romances are often short-lived and spectacle-driven, the love story of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos feels like a rare celestial alignment, an enduring connection that defies time, pressure, and the scrutiny of fame. From the moment they met, it was written in the stars. And for Kelly Ripa, the moment was as instantaneous as it was unforgettable. "I fell in love with him immediately," Kelly has often said, her voice filled with the warmth of nostalgia and certainty. There was no question. It was cosmic. Their love story began not at a glitzy Hollywood party or through a curated mutual connection, but in the audition room of a daytime soap opera. It was 1995. Kelly was already starring as the spunky Haley Vaughn on All My Children, a role that had made her a fan favorite. The producers were casting for a new character, Mateo Santos, and Mark Consuelos, then a recent college graduate with limited acting experience, walked into the audition room, unassuming and unknown. "He walked in, and I just knew," Kelly would later recount. "It was like everything in the room shifted." Mark, on the other hand, was so focused on landing the role, he didn't initially realize that the casting process had already begun on a deeper, more fateful level. Kelly watched him closely, noting not just his looks, though he was undeniably handsome, but something more subtle, more soulful. She said there was a pull, a kind of gravitational tug that told her, "Pay attention. This is important." And important, it was. Mark got the part, and soon, Kelly and Mark's on-screen chemistry began spilling over into their real lives. On set, they played romantic leads, but off-set, they kept things private. They were young, navigating early fame, and testing the waters of a connection that felt as exhilarating as it was overwhelming. "There was this incredible familiarity between us," Mark later said in an interview. "It felt like I had known her forever. We just clicked, instantly. But it wasn't just about chemistry or attraction, it was about timing. The universe, it seemed, had aligned all the pieces perfectly." Within a year of meeting, and after dating quietly, Kelly and Mark eloped in Las Vegas in 1996. No big wedding, no press, just two people in love saying yes to a future they couldn't fully predict, but were eager to build together. "It was impulsive, it was crazy, but it felt right," Kelly said. "I've never regretted it, not for 1 second." Over the years, their relationship would evolve, mature, and endure under the spotlight, something most Hollywood couples struggle to sustain. Together, they built a life filled with love, laughter, and the normalcy they craved amidst the chaos of fame. They raised 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, while navigating demanding careers in television and media. But even more than their individual success, it's their partnership that has become their most remarkable legacy. "People ask us what the secret is," Kelly says. "And honestly, it's not a secret. We show up for each other, every single day. We laugh, we talk, we argue, we do all of it. But always with love." Indeed, their ability to grow together rather than apart is what sets them apart. Through career pivots, relocations, parenting milestones, and personal losses, they remained each other's center of gravity. "It's not always easy," Mark once admitted candidly. "There were tough years. There were moments when we weren't on the same page. But we never gave up. We chose each other, again and again." In a culture where love can feel transactional, performative, or fleeting, Kelly and Mark's story stands out for its authenticity. Their relationship isn't built on headlines or social media optics, it's built on friendship, communication, mutual respect, and deep-rooted affection. It's cosmic, as Kelly calls it, not in the mystical sense, but in the way two orbits can align and stay tethered despite the forces trying to pull them apart. There's also an undeniable playfulness between them. Whether they're co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark, bantering on social media, or sharing family moments with fans, their energy is infectious. They tease, they flirt, they laugh, they keep the spark alive, not just for show, but because that spark is real. "He still makes me laugh every day," Kelly says. "That's never changed. And I still look at him and think, how did I get so lucky?" Even after nearly 3 decades together, Kelly and Mark talk about each other with the same enthusiasm as two people in the early days of falling in love. It's that enthusiasm, and reverence for the life they've built, that keeps them grounded. They often reflect on their early days, a modest Vegas wedding, struggling to pay rent, and learning how to be adults, together. There's a humility in those stories, a reminder that their love wasn't built in a fairy tale, but in the quiet moments of real life. Today, they've become a beacon for what lasting love in the public eye can look like, imperfect, evolving, but ultimately, unshakable. They don't pretend to have all the answers. What they do have is something far more valuable: commitment, history, and an unwavering sense of being each other's home. People always want to know if soulmates are real, Kelly says. I don't know if there's just one person for everyone, but I do know that I found mine. In a galaxy of love stories, theirs continues to shine brightly, not because it's perfect, but because it's true. From the moment she fell in love, immediately and completely, Kelly Ripa knew she had met someone special. And nearly 30 years later, that first cosmic spark still lights their way.